Welcome to Haarlem, a charming city in the Netherlands. Today we're uncovering the hidden gems of this beautiful historic town. Whether you're a local or a visitor, there's always something new to discover in Haarlem. Let's dive in. Today we're exploring the hidden sides of Haarlem and the major attractions which connect to them. We start at the south side of the center. Our first stop is located in this parking garage of all places. There's a small symbol near the entrance of the garage, but seriously, there's no real indication that there's more than just a parking garage. The elevator always seems to be in a state of disrepair, so we have to walk up through the staircase. When we finally make it up, we arrive at the Dakkas. This is a restaurant and cafe which offer the best views of Haarlem at the moment. There used to be a higher view from one of the opposite buildings, but that has been closed for a while. Here you can enjoy a nice coffee, a cocktail at sunset, or some vegan food while watching over the skyline of Haarlem. This establishment was partly crowdfunded by the local public, and partly they grow their own food. There's great outdoor seating, and if the weather's colder, you can also sit inside in the nice and cozy greenhouse. Our next destination is the Corrie Boomhuis. If you think about hidden Haarlem, this is one of the main sites. Corrie Boom used to hide people here from the Germans in the Second World War. Her story and that of the house are similar to the Anne Frank house. Sadly, they don't allow any videos or photos inside, so we can't show you the interior. But they have tours in English, German and French, and of course Dutch, which you can reserve online. They also have a great online tour in a lot more languages, so you can check that out. The link to their website is in the description of the video. The story told here involves hundreds of people that were hidden, and at great cost, because in 1944 Corrie got arrested and was put in a concentration camp. Luckily she survived the camp and she became an inspiration to many. In the previous video we went to the Boomhuis, but there are many more hofjes hiding in Haarlem. When you visit hofjes, please be mindful that this is a place where people live, so don't go in big groups and keep your noise level down. One of the easiest hofjes to visit is the big Proveniershof on the main shopping street. This hofje is a bit different from the other hofjes in Haarlem because it wasn't founded by a rich person, the church or a guild. It was a covenant in the 15th century, and later, after the siege of Haarlem, it was converted to a shooting range for the local militia. This militia was called the Schutterij. Paintings of these militias are still very popular, like the Night Watch from Rembrandt. Other famous painter from this time comes from Haarlem. It's Frans Hals, and his museum is close by. The museum itself is located in one of the cutest streets in Haarlem. You can see paintings of the militias of the Proveniershof there in the museum, besides a lot of other work. Frans Hals was a member of the militia. His style of painting is sketch-like and accurate. He captured the instant. This is why a lot of his paintings are very lively. He's most famous for letting people laugh on his paintings. At the year 1600s, most painters and their clients only wanted to look serious. This is mostly out of religious reasons. But Frans Hals looked at his unconventional contemporaries like Rubens and put smiles on people's faces. He also set his scenes outdoors instead of the inside. Frans Hals was quite a character. History records him as a person with a great love of the Haarlem cafes and their beer. Twice married and with at least 13 to 15 children from both marriages. He was not a wealthy man. He had a good reputation, a steady stream of well-paying clients, but always in need of money. On occasion he had to sell part of his belongings to pay an outstanding debt at the bakers. And at some point in time he received subsidies from the city for his heating cost. It's therefore funny that this man, which always was short on cash, was used as a model. In 1968 his portrait was used on a 10 guilder banknote. It might have helped that the printer of the money was located in Haarlem. There's an exhibition of this printer in the Provincial Archive. See my earlier video on 3 things to do in Haarlem. The Proveniershof later was converted to small houses around the central courtyard. The houses here are varied in size and are even houses that fit a family. This is because they were built as rental properties and not so much as a charity project. Even today these houses are still owned by a Dutch housing corporation. These corporations, and not the government, provide social houses in the Netherlands. The streets behind the Hofje on this side of the main shopping street are some of the nicest that Haarlem has to offer, and a delight just to stroll through. The neighborhood is called the Vijfhoek, the Five Corners, and can be considered one of the hidden gems of Haarlem. In the Vijfhoek there's another small Hofje. There's no sign on the door here, but in the allowed time you just press the button and the door will open. This is the Brouwershofje. It was established by a local brewing guild. In this courtyard 22 women could live in the 15th century. That's a lot if you look at the available space. It was destroyed by the big city fire and rebuilt in the 16th century, as you can see now. It used to house 8 women and later in the 20th century remodeled to 4 houses by combining 2 in one internally. So they kept the outside intact. The corporation still rents these houses out on the social housing scheme. But now men, women or couples from the age of 55 can live here. The Brouwershofje was sponsored by the beer brewers of the city. Beer was a big industry at that time, but in the later years this industry declined. Today the city refound its beer brewing heritage in a couple of breweries. The biggest and most famous is located in a church, the Jopenkerk. Here the company Jopen brews and sells their beer. Last couple of years they became so big that they even expanded production, and now they brew it here in the church and on a site in the industrial area of Haarlem. Well, I will just like Frans Hals enjoy my beer and will end this video. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Until next time.
Начать выбор, если дома, это 100%.